Hi everyone in YouTube world. The last time I spoke to you guys, I was telling you about my latest doll, and she is the Disney Illy 18-inch doll inspired by Elsa. And right now she is probably being more inspired by the first African American Disney princess, Tiana, just because she's wearing Tiana-like colors. I also have her in a Tiana inspired accessory pack, and this accessory pack includes the apron that she can wear. Everything else that's a part of the baking accessory pack is something that you can probably display your dolls with. But because I wanted her to wear something from that accessory pack, she is wearing her apron. I would show you guys what she has on underneath, but that's in another video. So if you want to know what she has on underneath the apron, you can watch my previous videos to this video. But this video is all about me getting something special for my Disney Illy doll to hold all her Tiana inspirational stuff. So since I plan on buying Tiana-like stuff and maybe a few other off-brand things for this 18-inch doll, which I normally don't do. I normally try, as a collector, I try to stick with the doll's brand. Like when I have American Girl dolls, I try only to put American Girl items on them. If I have Pleasant Company dolls, which were once upon a time American Girl, I try to put Pleasant Company stuff on those dolls. But in the case with some of my older Pleasant Company dolls, I do at times put American Girl stuff on them. Bitty Baby, same thing. I try only to put Bitty Baby stuff on them. So, and so on. With Ashton Drake, it's a little different because I'm utilizing them as reborn dolls. So now that I have my Disney Illy doll, I'm not really sure I understand the concept that they're going with as a company. At first, I was just going to put Elsa-inspired stuff on my Elsa-inspired doll. But when I saw how beautiful she looked, she's an African-American doll. I really like the fact that Tiana is an African-American princess. If I had a choice, I would have created her, or I would have hoped that they had created her for being inspired by Tiana. But again, because diversity is such a big thing in my world, I can somewhat appreciate what they're doing with having her be inspired by a white Disney princess. But again, I feel that since there's only a certain number of dolls you can choose from in their meet outfits, they should have included a Tiana-inspired meet outfit that one of the selected 5 dolls come in. Like she comes in an inspired by Elsa outfit, so I would have expected them to at least have one maybe of the other white dolls come in a inspired by Mulan, inspired by Tiana, inspired by some of the other multiracial Disney princesses, if that makes any sense. So anyway, because I was kind of let down by that concept, I thought I'm still going to need something to keep all of her clothes and accessories in. So I'll show you guys what I have for her. Okay, so first things first, I ended up buying a keepsake box. And this box is rather fancy, but it was around $10 at a craft store. And so I wanted something that was kind of close to a lily pad color, which was kind of like a mint green. And it looked more minty green in the store, but now that I brought it home, it's more of a Tiffany blue or turquoise color, or even a sea breeze kind of color. but it still has like this mint color to it. So I'm going to still keep it. There were a number of boxes I could have chosen from, that I could choose from, and I chose this one. So this one is my Tiana Keepsake, Taisha Keepsake Box, and Taisha is what I decided to name my Disney Illy Princess, because with these dolls you can actually choose a name. So that's the name I chose for my princess, or my doll. I've already used the name Tiana for one of my Ashton Drake dolls, so it didn't make sense to reuse the name Tiana, even though I like it a lot. So I bought 2 of these boxes. I don't know why. That was kind of overzealous of me, because I don't anticipate getting a whole lot of accessories for her and a lot of clothing items for her. Obviously, maybe I'll get her like some Christmas pajamas or a Christmas sweater, maybe some off-brand jeans for 18-inch dolls, maybe some extra shoes or boots for the winter season and fall and summer and spring. But again, I really wanted to make her more of a Tiana inspired doll. So obviously there's not a whole lot of like green and purple out there in the doll world. So again, maybe that was a little bit presumptuous of me to get 2 boxes, but we'll see if I can fill them up. Okay, so to make these keepsake boxes fit more of Tiana's inspirational themes, I was trying to think of the movie Princess and the Frog, and I was thinking lily pads and the bayou. And so I really loved this concept of dragonflies and these magnolia-like flowers, because that spoke Southern hospitality to me for some reason. So I'm going to decorate this box with these stickers. And with my other box, I'm going to make my other box more of a New Orleans theme, because that's very much in Tiana, the Princess and the Frog story. So you've got this mask here for a masquerade. You've got something that kind of resembles what you would see on the beads, if you got like a really good look of some of the inscriptions of the beads. New Orleans, once upon a time, had like France and Spain rule. And so you have the crown. A lot of people were fighting over ownership of New Orleans before they were bought by the United States. Then you have these little masks for masquerades, and you have this kind of like jester-like symbol. I know it's not a jester, it's some kind of symbol that you see a lot of times in architecture and whatnot. And then you have the blues, a house of blues, because New Orleans is known for jazz. You have the beads that people throw out on parades. You have another fancy masquerade mask. You have something that says New Orleans on it. Again, you have this type of icon. I have to research that to see even what the proper name is. You have a saxophone, again, for the jazz. You have crustaceans and a little slice of lemon, which is kind of like Louisiana cuisine. You have like people eating a lot of seafood and stuff from the bayou. And then you have the French Quarter, where you have like a fancy door that has some iron work on it and some shutters, because again, New Orleans was known for their unique architecture, and again they were ruled by France and Spain at some point in time. So again, these colors are perfect because you have the purple and green for Tiana and the Disney princess. And since again, Taisha is going to be inspired by Tiana-like stuff, I feel like the Disney company for the Illy dolls, I think it's also the Jax company that made these dolls. I get what they were doing when they talk about dolls trying to be inspired by Disney princesses. But again, I feel like Tiana doesn't get enough representation from Disney. And so this is my attempt at making my doll work for my doll collection. I'm one of those people, doll collectors, that even though I'm African American, I don't believe in discrimination. I do believe that everyone has a story to tell, everyone has a culture and a heritage. I'm very proud of my African American heritage. And when they came out with the Tiana, first African American princess, it was a long time coming for me. I wanted to see a Black princess because as a little girl, I always wanted to feel like I could be a princess, just like any other girl who sees Cinderella or Ariel with the red hair. They feel a sense of pride. And so for me, that was very important to make my doll a representative of me as a little girl. Like I would have loved as a little girl to have seen an African American princess on screen at the Disney park when I went to Disney with my family. That was a big deal. And so to see that it's now 2022 and this young doll that represents a young girl is being inspired by a white princess named Elsa, that's great. But again, they did not, in my opinion, make enough Tiana inspired things, or Mulan inspired things, or the first Latina princess inspired things. I wish they had really thought that through. And I know that they're new. This is a new line of dolls. But again, for me, that's just how I felt. I felt like I really, really needed some more Tiana-like inspired things. So I'll be on the lookout for more stickers, obviously. If I do get more keepsake boxes for my Taisha Disney Illy doll. But until then, this is what I'm starting off with. So if you guys get inspired as well to want to make your dolls a little bit more diversified, like if I were Latina and I know that they have a beautiful Latina doll inspired by Cinderella, that I love Cinderella the movie. That's like one of my all-time top 5 favorite Disney movies is Cinderella. I can watch it all day, every day. But again, Cinderella compared to Tiana, again, I want representation. So I will always choose Tiana because, again, I see myself in Tiana. But as far as Cinderella, I do love Cinderella, again, because I don't discriminate. I love the character. I love the storyline. So even if I had the Latina doll that was inspired by Cinderella, I would still want my Latina doll to be inspired by the first Latina princess. So I would get like a whole bunch of things that speak to Latin American culture, Spanish culture, that would represent my doll's heritage. And I would probably get a lot of Cinderella stuff also, and be proud of the fact that my Latina doll is dressed like Cinderella, but then she can also be dressed like the first Latina princess as well. So that doesn't mean that I won't get any Elsa-inspired stuff for my Elsa-inspired doll. But because they had so little for Tiana, as far as the accessory packs are concerned, because that's all you get for Tiana, are just 2 accessory packs, I felt like I needed to do more. And so the craft store was a great place to supplement if you are the kind of person who feels like you need more in your doll collection. Don't be afraid to go to a craft store. Another thing that I ended up picking up, because again I brought my youngest with me, the youngest member of my family, to the craft store. He saw me picking out stickers, so of course he wanted stickers, and like I said, his birthday's coming up, so he picked out some birthday stickers because he's now finally at the age where he's understanding that he's going to have presents, balloons, a cake. So I guess that was on his mind to pick out when he saw the birthday stickers. So he dropped that in the cart. And this was on sale for the 4th of July, what was left over for the 4th of July sale, and it was like 70% off. And I feel like I don't have enough decorations for the 4th of July. So they had a lot of these. I only ended up getting one, but now I think if they have some more, I might go back and get another one of these. As you can see, the full price was 20%. Was $20. So with 70% off, you can do the math and tell that to me was a good deal. So yes, of course, I'll try to get some more if they have it. But I have Samantha's gazebo. And until I'm ready to display her gazebo, even though it comes with some 4th of July, Juneteenth-like decorations, and yes, my Samantha will be celebrating Juneteenth in our household. So Juneteenth is for everybody, just like the 4th of July is something that's for everybody in this country who's American. I wanted to get something more to decorate her gazebo with, because I feel like you can never have enough decoration. So I think I'm going to place this on her gazebo when I display it, because it's going to be on a table and everything propped up off the floor. So in decorating the gazebo, I figure this can kind of be around the table area of the gazebo that it sits on. So that's what I kind of got. Well, these are all, I don't want to say these are all. These are just some of the items that I got from the craft store that complete my doll collection. And so don't be afraid, again, to supplement things that you feel will make your doll collection complete that has to do with crafting. Because sometimes at the end of the day, doll companies are going to only do but so much. And instead of just boycotting doll companies who are trying to do the right thing, like Disney and Jax, they made a beautiful doll. So I'm never going to be the type of person to say, don't buy a beautiful African-American inspired doll. That's always something that's very hurtful. When I hear other people say that they're not going to buy Black or multiracial dolls because the hair is too complicated, it always makes me nervous. Because again, when sales go down, doll companies start second guessing who their clientele is and who they should market to. And again, there are tons of African American girls and boys and parents and doll collectors who buy these dolls. Now, also people of other races have young African American boys and girls in their family, or they have friends who are African American. And even though they might buy their preference dolls that represent them and their race, I'm starting to see more white boys and girls buy dolls that are of different races as well. So that's always a good thing. That always helps my heart a little bit when I see other boys and girls buying dolls that represent maybe their friends or family members who maybe don't look like them. Because again, that means that we're growing as a people, as humans. It just makes me feel so much better to be an American, knowing that I live in a country that wants to move forward. So as a doll collector, that's what I have to say. I know for the past couple of days, I've been doing my rants about what I don't like about certain companies and doll concepts and whatnot. Me being an African American doll collector on YouTube has been extremely hard, but I'm still here. So thank you guys for supporting my channel. Thank you for keeping up with me and sometimes telling the truth about what you're going through. That can be hard too. So to say that I've been an African American doll collector on YouTube and I had to turn off my comments because of the racism, the comments should never really cross that line. But because we live in the real world, people are going to say what they're going to say. And sometimes they're not always trying to be nice. So knowing that people sometimes are purposely aiming to be mean on YouTube, that obviously is not acceptable, to talk about someone's race and to discriminate because of someone's race. So as a doll collector, I had to let you guys know what was going on YouTube, so that maybe if you see it, you can say something about it. Just because I'm not going anywhere, I'm still a part of the doll collector world. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to try to keep my videos positive. But again, I did have to tell the truth about what has been going on YouTube, what YouTube has allowed to happen to my channel. As far as the comments, those things were not being censored or erased by YouTube. They were allowing those comments to go through and to filter through. So I had to turn off my comments altogether. But I'm still on YouTube. I'm still here. And I'm still representing the doll world regardless. So if you like my videos, go ahead and like and subscribe. And I will do a couple more videos for you guys that keep everything on the up and up. All right, talk to you later.